As always, my amazing and most beautiful co-host is here, Mrs.
Chika.
Griffin.
Yes.
And yes. And so we've been on a little hiatus. We've been missing for a little while. It's because
Yes.
life has gotten crazy. And just to be brutally honest with you, we were so busy doing other things. We didn't have a whole lot of time to focus on one of our loves, which is the amazing Drinking for Dummies podcast, now YouTube channel, now a Rumble channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. But for those of you who may be seeing us for the first time, we thought maybe we'd introduce ourselves a little bit because, we've done several episodes, but it's been a while. And like almost a year, right? We've been dormant
Oh
because
wow. Yes.
the pandemic and all this other crazy stuff has happened. So, but we're back. But I thought what we do today's episode, we're not going to be highlighting any specific beverage. We're going to be taking some questions from listeners, introducing ourselves very briefly, making it short and sweet, but letting you know, man, we have some amazing episodes coming for you in the very near future. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll let you start off, Miss Griffin. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the people about who you are. Maybe tell them how the story began with Drinking for Dummies, and then introduce yourself.
Okay. So my country. I originally came. Oh, first thing is we gotta do kampai.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. The Japanese say kampai.
Yes.
Kampai. I don't know the meaning. Don't even ask me. Okay. So I originally came from Japan, and Japanese people, and we love to drinking, and we eating great food. So I grew up in the all the TV show is always showing about the good restaurants, good to eat, good to drink. So I moved to United States. I have been in the United States for 25 years, and I don't really see that show like this. So one day we are watching the TV, and I just like hitting my husband, and I say, hey, maybe we should do the drinking for dummy, like introduce supporting a lot of great drinking in Texas and all over in the world. So why not? We should do it and having fun, not just drinking and drunk, and more educate the way. So that's coming from. So
Awesome. Hey
Yeah.
guys. So anyway, so if you're a vendor, a distiller, a winery, if you make your own beverage and you would like to be highlighted on our show, we would love to hear from you. So you can go to drinkingfordummies.com. You see the address right here. You can go to drinkingfordummies.com. There's a little contact me post on there. You can email the show, and we would love to do an episode to feature your brand, because here's the reality, folks. We're not here to make big money with Drinking for Dummies. This is a passion project. We're just here to have fun and to learn about a beverage. So the whole tagline for Drinking for Dummies is it is an educational podcast / YouTube / Rumble channel to educate you on how beverages are made, how to enjoy them responsibly, what kind of snacks go with them. And one new topic we're going to be adding soon is how, if you wanted to, create your own beverages.
Oh, yes.
We have a really cool video we've been working on already that we'll be releasing probably in the next week or so that's going to really show you how you can go make your own wine, your own spirits and stuff from home for those of you who are interested in that kind of stuff as well. So really exciting times. So like Chika said, she's from Tokyo, Japan. I grew up in a little town called Gray, Georgia. You've probably never heard of it. It's a little small town south of Macon, Georgia, if you know where that is. And I was 19 years old. My dad asked me, he said, hey, I got a job in Hawaii. Do you want to go with me and mom and your siblings, or do you want to stay here? Because I was in college at the time, and it was a tough call. Not. He said, do you want to go live in paradise, or do you want to stay here in Georgia? And
Right.
so, easy decision. I decided to move to Hawaii. What a blessing that turned out to be. I moved to paradise when I was 19 years old. Fast forward a few years, I meet this amazing young lady. We got engaged relatively quickly. Within 30 days, we were living together.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? And then 5 months later, we were engaged. And then 1 year, we were married, and we are almost celebrating 20 years, right?
Yes.
In March of this year. So currently, it's January of 2020. So in 2 months, we're going to celebrate 20 years of happy marriage. Awesome. So we beat the odds, babe. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah. So should I explain? Yeah, I came from Japan too. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So she's from Tokyo, and I have a great story I might share with you one day about my first trip ever to Asia, to Japan. That was unique. Little boy from South
Different.
Georgia but traveling to this large city called Tokyo. That was a little unnerving. I
It's
would
kind of
not.
like in New York. So many people.
Yeah.
Crazy things. You never sleep in the city.
Yeah, exactly. Big city, trains, cars, crazy, millions of people on top of millions of people.
It's a fun though.
No, it's awesome. And the food in Tokyo is fabulous.
Yeah, really.
Like we would go to restaurants and I would hurt myself. I would eat so much. Okay, so anyway, that's enough about us. We're all caught up. Drinkingfordummies.com. We're relaunching, I should say, the new YouTube channel. So do me a favor, please like and subscribe. If you like the content you're going to be getting here, please join us for future shows. We're also going to be kicking off a Rumble channel that should be launching at the same time, simultaneously. And we have a lot of really cool shows, some interesting spirits we're going to learn about. We're going to learn about a lot of cool ways how you can make your own alcohol if you're interested in that kind of stuff. And we're going to highlight a lot of distilleries, wineries, and breweries here in North Texas. But I don't care where you are, you could be anywhere. If you want us to do a show about your beverage, then contact us. Let us know. You can email us, like I said, go to the website, and we'd be happy to start that conversation so we can get your beverage highlighted. Now,
and also Texas has a lot of, they actually making the wine and making the vodka, tequila, and whiskey. And a lot of people probably don't know it. People can think about Texas is beef and pork and horses. Yeah, true, but there are so many cool drinks and so many cool restaurants, so many cool things to eat. So that is my goal, to just giving you guys the information so you can enjoy it.
Exactly right. In fact, if you look at our YouTube channel, one of our last episodes was at the Mexico restaurant in Allen, Texas.
Yeah, that is
and we
super
went
good,
there for
super good.
margaritas and some awesome food too.
They make it homemade in a tortilla too.
Yeah, they
I
do.
think. Yeah.
So what I would tell you is also, if you're a restaurant or a bar in North Texas area and you would like to be highlighted, we can actually travel on location and come do a show for you at your restaurant. So if you happen to see this and you're watching this video and you know someone who either owns a restaurant or maybe you own a restaurant that would like some free exposure, cost you nothing, by the way, just contact the show again at drinkingfordummies.com, and we'll be happy to get you whatever information you need set up, and we'll come and film an episode on location at your location.
Yeah, and also I'm thinking about, I grew up and we not just drinking. We have great food and with a drink. Just like enjoy your drink, enjoy your food. So I'm thinking about some of the good, recipe, and I can give to you when you have event. Right now it's COVID and it's hard to invite people, but it's gonna be end soon. It's going to be ended soon. So then now you can invite your family, friends, and you wanted to have a homemade good dish. So that is my goal. In the next show, I'm going to show you how to make it really easy snack, and you can enjoy too.
So she's making the snacks. Rob's making the whiskey and the wine and all that stuff. We're gonna have some cool stuff.
I don't like whiskey, but
and we're also going to be bringing on spirits that are pre-made, right? Stuff that we did not make. In fact, I'm going to give you a little inside secret. If you're a white wine drinker, Chika and I we have a couple of ice cubes in our wine, which I know that's not normal.
Yeah,
but we do that.
That's not a good way to drink.
No, we do
like
that because it helps you drink water while you have wine, so you don't get so drunk. And it also helps to keep you hydrated. But I'm going to let you in on a little inside secret. If you go to Costco, the Kirkland brand Chardonnay, for what is like $7 a bottle or something like that?
Yeah, less than $8. And actually, the Costco own their winery. And a lot of people probably don't know it. And I like Costco so much. And every week I go there, I know everybody there. And because there's so many good stuff, but especially the wine. If you see their own brand, actually really, really good and a less price. So,
yeah, I've had a lot of really good Chardonnays. For the money, you can't beat it. It is
so good,
phenomenal. I know people like bulk wine at Costco.
Yeah, it's so funny, and the people buy it, and the people working there, they always ask me, "Is this good?" Because a lot of people buy it, and the people working there, and they never try it. Yes, really good. So maybe I can just put in the picture so you can see it. Even you're not Costco member, you can just go there. They might gonna charge a little bit more, but it's not gonna be a lot. So you should definitely try it.
Yeah, if you like a good crisp white wine, it's hard to beat for the price. Now, there are obviously better white wines out there, but for the money, hard to touch.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get right into it. We got several questions from listeners that we just want to cover real quick.
Thank you for follow.
Yeah, thank you so much. And again, like and subscribe. You can find us obviously at drinkingfordummies.com. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Rumble. Find us on iTunes and Spotify. Like and subscribe to the show. We'd really, really appreciate it. And I would even throw this out there too. If you would like to be a guest on the show, because once in a while we do have guests join us via Zoom. So if you're interested in being a Zoom guest on the show, if you want to come be one of the dummies, we don't pretend to be experts here, folks. We're just having a good time. It's a
Oh,
hobby.
and also we wanted to have a lot of information too.
Yeah, and if you're
Yeah.
really like, if you're a tequila expert, if you're a
Oh,
whiskey expert,
please
or a
let us
beer,
know.
wine, or insert beverage expert, then we would like to have you on the show as well. So contact us, like I said, through the website, through our social media platforms. You can find us on pretty much anything. Just Google drinkingfordummies.com. You'll find us. And then we'll be happy to have you zoom in, and we'll split screen this thing, and we'll make you part of the show. So if you'd like to do that, please let us know, and we'll set that up right away. Now, I'm going to tell you, we got some pretty interesting questions over the holidays, and I've been waiting for this comeback show just so we could cover these because they're a little bit crazy.
Oh yeah.
And so one of our listeners, our good friend Chad,
Hi, chat.
is it the Chad? It's the Chad. Chad from Arizona, he writes in, and I don't know if he was trying to be funny or trying to start a fight, but he said, Rob and Chika, how do you guys handle politics on social media? I'll let you go first.
I don't watch. I don't shoot. I don't really care, right?
I don't know. Do you? It's a radio show. You're supposed to talk. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't just sit there and breathe.
Well, no comment.
Okay. So Chica says no comment. Here's one thing I'm going to tell you. We have our own beliefs. I think everyone does. But one thing I have decided as a human being, as myself, is regardless of who's in the White House, regardless of whose political party is winning, I want to be a human being first. I want to be a good person. I want to be a good neighbor to you. And so I tried my best to avoid it at all costs. I don't want to get involved in a political discussion.
I think the social media is the worst thing. They're making all kind of things, and including the coronavirus, and people get so stressed out that. So I don't like to get into stress and even not true things. So I'm trying to avoid it. I'm trying to avoid it more. Things appreciate, things we have right now, and then I don't want to just, too much.
So to answer your question directly, Chad, we just avoid politics on social media.
I'm
I think it's a bad. And if you are a brother, then God bless you. Okay, that's okay. I just tell you, I've seen people lose friendships over it, and I just don't think it's worthwhile. I think at the end of the day,
only one thing is I
nice.
don't like it is Facebook, and then some people, and then I never met that person in my life before, and they tag me for their business, and I just like, who are you? Who are you in your business, and why you tag me? I know I have a lot of, network, all the stuff, but this is not a great way to do the business. So
they're
that's the
clout
only thing
chasing,
that-
man. They're like tagging me,
Yeah.
tagging my wife. And I'm not saying this to boast. Please don't take it the wrong way. Chica has a lot of followers on social media. So do I. And as a result of that, there are people out there who will tag us in their posts knowing it's going to reach a lot of people. And I can tell you, if you do that without asking permission,
That's not cool.
more often than not, you're going to get blocked. So it's just
Yeah.
not a good thing. So that's a social media etiquette of the day. That's your first
Right.
tip for social media etiquette. Now,
Right.
okay, so we have a new question.
Okay.
Okay, so this is actually more relevant to what we're talking about today. Sandra from New Jersey.
Sandra.
Hi, Sandra. Thank you for being a follower. Thank you for watching the show. I really appreciate it. So
Thank you.
she says, hey, guys, I know you've been married for a long time. What is the secret to a long marriage? I'll let
You
first.
go first.
All right, I'll go first. Okay. So this is a funny story. So I was growing up in a little town in Georgia called Gray. Google it. I know you have no clue where that is. Anyway, I grew up in the house, and I can't remember what year it was, but I think I was 12 or 13 years old. And my mom and dad were kind of in an argument. Not really. My mom was just pissed off. and she was raging about
she's
some
not
stuff.
watching.
And my dad, well, women get mad. Have you ever been mad?
Yeah, I mad all the time.
Yeah. Okay. And there's no judgment. I get mad. Everybody gets mad. Everybody has and there's probably a good reason for it. So, but my dad was not really arguing with my mother. He was just dealing with the anger. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when she gets mad at our kids and starts screaming and yelling and stuff.
And once a month.
It's not an argument with me. It's an argument with life. And so I choose not to get involved. And I just kindly walk out of the room and go somewhere else and go do.
We don't like that.
Go somewhere and just get away because I don't want to deal with it. Anyway, so I was a little kid. I'm in the living room, playing my Atari. Anybody remember Atari? The Pong, like, dook, dook, like Atari. I know, you probably have no clue. Okay, anyway,
No, I don't.
it's called Atari. And so I'm playing my Atari, which is like the first video game ever made, I believe. Anyway, and my dad comes walking in, and he's all distraught. You could tell he was way stressed out. Even though he hadn't done anything wrong, he was just dealing with an angry wife who was angry at something else besides him. And I was like, Dad, are you okay? Can I help you with anything? He just kind of looked at me, shook his head. He goes, one day you're going to find out. And he said, I'm going to give you some good advice. I'm going to give it to you right now. He said, one of these days you're going to get married. You're going to find that woman you love. And here's the rule, the secret to happy marriage. And I'm like listening. I'm like, okay, I'm 13. I don't know anything about marriage. He goes, you have to understand this. Once you get married, you can never, ever, ever be right again. So that's what I did. I just like, yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. I would rather be wrong, even though I'm not wrong, than be dealing with this and yelling and screaming and stuff. So I'm just like, I'm sorry. It's my fault. Whatever it is. It's raining. I totally did that. I made it rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the question?
The question was, what is the secret to a long marriage?
Oh, I think it is accept everything.
What does that mean?
Accept the good things, bad things, because you living in with a person, not always you love the things, and including the food and everything. So international marriage, and I think the hardest one because the culture is different and food is different. I came from Japan, so we are very care about the food. So it's a really different, but you can be against. You have to accept everything, and then you gotta try to find out, how can I work for that. So I think it sounds like really cool. I say that, but the real thing is I'm always upset. That's it. But then, it's a marriage like that. But I think it is, seriously, after 10 years, 15 years, and close to 20 years, and the person become really family. And I think it is become not only the husband, become in everything, best friends. And so we have a pretty good situation. I think he understand, he accepting everything, but accepting is pretty much, you got to accept. You got to work before you give up,
Agree.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I'm not going to lie. There have
Well,
been
I
days
did
where we wanted to like claw each other's eyes out. That's happened. But we got through it because we have a bigger picture here, right? It's not just about Rob. It's not just about Chika. That we have two beautiful young boys in the other room that you might can hear making noise right now.
Plus, my parents got divorced, so I don't really understand about I think it's a very important mom and dad is together. And I think it's you can show them and you can kiss from them and they're going to say, yuck, right? But it's okay. It's okay to show them. And I think it's giving them the lesson. I think now it's a lot of people, divorce and there's so many reasons. I don't against for that, but, I think it's a good lesson for them to see how, work out for the marriage.
Yeah, I could not agree more. And I think that it's one of the problems that plagues our country today is the eroding of the family, right? There's there's a lot of single parents out there, and I'm not, passing judgment on you whatsoever. Sometimes it's necessary to leave a relationship.
Right.
But the kids, when your mommy and daddy are everything, and mommy and daddy are button heads, it's hard for the children to deal with that. So I would just say, if at all possible, try to maintain as least amount of screaming as you can around your kids because it's going to be good for not only your relationship as you and a husband and wife, but for them rearing up to be good, positive adults. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the next
Thank you,
question.
Sandy.
Thanks, Sandra. Appreciate it. Now, okay. Okay, this is a great segue. Okay, so John, from Georgia.
Hi, John.
Woo-hoo, my hometown. Way to go, Georgia. He said, is it difficult for you guys to be in an interracial marriage? That's a kind of a loaded one. He put the race card in there. So, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Can you go first?
Okay, so I grew up in South Georgia. And I was born in 1969. Yes, I'm old. And so I grew up in Georgia. Back there
it's
was a lot.
halfway in 100.
Shut up. So it was a long time ago when I lived there. But it was very divided back then. You know, I would not sit here and tell you that racism does not still exist. It certainly does. Okay,
Sad.
and it's sad, but it's not nearly as prevalent as it used to be. It's 2020 now. It's simply much less out there than it used to be. But I could tell you, growing up in South Georgia, when I did, if I walked around with an Asian girlfriend, we'd have probably been looked at a little differently. And I'm not saying they would judge me or hate me, but it certainly existed. So there is that a little bit of that tension. But I can tell you, by and large, being married to a Japanese girl in modern day time, I really haven't noticed anything different. Like, it's extremely rare that anyone would even look at me different because it's become so commonplace now that it's not really a stigma. I think like it would have been maybe 40 or 50 years ago. So for me, honestly, it's really a non-issue. I don't see it as a problem at all. How about you?
Yeah, where I grew up in, we are very strict, strict country, right? So no way we not gonna, share my blood to the different blood to mix it. Understand that there is nothing international marriage. But my mother, she's very open. She's more care about, because she grew up and she did in the arranged marriage. So she won't be able to choose the person to get married. So she got married first. And so she understands it's very important. You have to love someone to get married. So when first time I told my mom and we are dating it, she was not happy. But again, she trying to accept my words. So, and right now it's a 10 of 7 people in an international marriage.
7 of 10.
That is a lot. That is a lot. And I think it's a good way, bad way, depending how you take it. And I totally understand that people, again, some of the countries, they can marry the other country. I totally accept for that too, because that's keeping the culture, and for me, I'm glad, and my mom, I understand. And I think it's human is a human, man. It doesn't matter. People would like to see you're better than me. And I think it's a wrong thing. So I think a human, how you look and how you, different culture, but everybody need to be and enjoy and accept it. So for me, it's an international marriage is, at least they're trying to get you the green card and stuff like that. I think it's a good, all the time.
So here's what I would tell you too. I would also say embrace each other's culture. So like I love going to Japan. I enjoy it. In fact, when I go there, I have a blast. And then I took my wife to Georgia and let her meet my family, meet where I grew up.
There is no salad over there.
Yeah. There is salad. There's like potato
salad. I went
salad.
to the restaurant. Can I have salad? Because I'm so tired to eating all the greasy gravy and all the stuff.
Get used to it.
Butter. And they told me they don't have. They only have a corn and beans with the butter.
No, but here's what happened.
Oh my gosh.
We were at a restaurant. She goes, "Hey, can I get a salad?"
Die.
And I go, "We have potato salad, macaroni salad." But they didn't have like salad. So it was quite entertaining to watch her face.
Gosh, I thought I'm dying.
Hey, butter, grease are your friend.
No more greasy.
I'm from Georgia, damn it. And that's how we
beautiful place. People is very beautiful, nice place, and I love it.
Yeah, and I would also tell you just embrace the other's culture and don't think twice about what other people say about you and your family. Your decision. You live your life. You be happy. And it doesn't matter what the haters say. And I tell you, if you don't have haters in your life, you're probably not doing something significant. So take a chance. Go have some fun. Now, next question. Okay, next question comes from Kevin.
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Where you are?
This is Kevin from Nevada.
Oh.
Love you, Kevin.
Ooh.
Okay, he says, hey.
That's how we came from.
Has COVID caused increased drinking in the U.S.?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Including myself.
Yeah, I would tell you.
I hate everything.
This pandemic on lockdown, I wish I owned stock in a wine or beer company right now. I'm sure these guys are absolutely killing it.
We should do the stock for all the big winery.
Yeah, we totally should do that. Well, the pandemic's going to be over. I don't know. I think we might have missed that window, but I can tell you, just from my personal experience from us, and I can imagine what it's like. You multiply that times hundreds of millions of people in the United States. I'd be willing to bet that the breweries, wineries, and distilleries, they're killing it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are stressed out. They're stuck at home. So what's going to naturally happen is, and I'm going to say not for everyone. I'm sure there's many of you out there that don't drink at all. And if that's the case, you're probably not watching this show anyway. But for the
Yeah.
rest of you degenerates like us that like to have fun with an adult beverage, I can assure you, this is just my opinion. I'm sure that industry is absolutely booming.
Oh yeah, I talk to every mom, either working mom, stay-home mom, single mom, and all the women and mommies. And I just want to tell you guys that you guys did a great job. I think mom is the number one hardest job I never have in my life. But anyway, so all the mom is kind of like, so how you doing? Oh, I can't believe I have a lot. I'm taking the supplement, or I'm trying to exercise by gain weight for, whatever the reason. But 99% of the time, mom is drinking before, drink more. Because I stay home and then taking care of the kids, doesn't even go into the school, or, oh my goodness, I can't believe.
So short answer to your question, Kevin,
Yes.
is yes. A big yes. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So now, so let's go to the next question came in. Oh, by the way, if you're a fan of the show, just comment down below. If you have a question that you would like us to cover in future episodes. By the way, this show is not always just going to be Rob and Chika here talking and stuff. We're going to be highlighting individual spirits, telling you how they're made, how to enjoy them responsibly. We're going to get back to what we used to do. This is kind of our comeback show. We just want to get the train back on the rails and get it going again. So we'd introduce ourselves, just have some fun with you. But just know we have some amazing shows scheduled for you, which I'll cover here at the end. Now,
And also, I wanted to have the people have any information about, drink, and any information about this is a great place to buy the snack or making snack. Any comment is please, and comment in below.
yes,
Yes.
right after you subscribe. And then go comment, and we'll be sure. Here's one thing I'm going to tell you. We'll make sure we answer every single question. We'll get back to you. And for those of you who want to be a guest on the show, certainly reach out so we can schedule a time. We'll set it up.
And then maybe we might can do even a Zoom
Talking
and
to
a
the mic.
happy hour. Everybody can be joining it, and we can have happy hour by Zoom. We can do that later on.
Yeah,
if
we
you're
could totally do that.
interested.
We've actually done that before. If you go to our YouTube
Yeah,
channel,
that was
you'll see
fun.
what it was intense. It got a little crazy. Anyways, okay. So we have Andrew calling from Montana.
Hi. Oh,
I've never been to Montana. Have you ever been there?
No, it's a lot of snow right now. I guess a tree and stuff like that. I like the Mountain Man.
We watched the TV show Mountain Man.
You don't know the Mountain Man? Oh gosh, you missing something.
Go watch Mountain Man.
Yeah.
If you're a Prime member on Amazon, there's
my
the first
God.
two episodes or
It's
seasons.
fun.
It's a great show.
I like Marty.
Marty, yeah, he's in Alaska. Okay, so I've never been to Montana, so thank you for the question. So the question is, would you ever brew your own alcohol? Great timing, my friend. The answer is absolutely. In fact, I have purchased. Well, we were watching. We're watching this TV show called Moonshiners. Have you ever seen it? And this is a funny story because they're kind of redneck people. What's wrong with redneck people?
Well, it's
Nothing.
It's like
This is my people, man. It's my ancestors.
great. I
Right,
don't want
so-
to get in the people.
All right, so
Because
here's a funny story. So
Okay.
I was a young kid, and we were learning. I can't remember what subject it was. I was in high school, like middle school, and we were learning about all these stories of the Knights of the Round Table and all this stuff. So I got so excited because one of the Knights of the Round Table in this particular class, he had a symbol on his armor that was the same symbol of my family, the griffin. If you know what a griffin is, it's like the lion body with the eagle head. And I got so excited, I thought, oh my God, I am the descendant of a knight of the
thought too.
Round Table.
yeah, I don't.
And I came home and I was like so pumped up. And
Yeah.
I'm a young kid. I don't remember how it was. And I was like, Dad, is it true? Is it true? Is it true that our ancestors were former knights of the Round Table? And he kind of looks at me and he laughs and he goes, son, I got some bad news. I go, what do you mean? He goes, you come from a long line of broke-ass white people who used to run moonshine in North Georgia and Tennessee.
What is the moonshine?
Moonshine you can buy it legally, but that's not how it started. It started as an illegal. They would make it out in the middle of nowhere. Mm-hmm. They would set up these stills, a still, which I'll show you later what that looks like. They would set up a still. They would use corn and sugar, and they would actually make 180 proof alcohol, dilute it with water, and then sell it illegally to avoid the taxes. So there were these In fact, in NASCAR, you know what NASCAR, the race car drivers, that all started because people who used to run Shine were the fastest race drivers out there because they were running from the law, running
Oh
from the
wow,
police.
that was the 1800,
It
right?
was a long time ago. In fact,
Long
they've been
time
making
ago.
alcohol for centuries. Okay.
Guarantee
So
Japanese people, somebody do the same things.
I promise you they do.
Probably did.
Everybody
I
does.
gotta
Like,
find
I
out.
think freaking caveman
Let
used
me
to
know,
make
you
their own
know.
alcohol. Anyway, so the short answer is I would totally consider it. In fact, after watching a couple episodes of
That's pretty
Moonshiners,
fun.
we decided to buy our own wine kit. And that's one thing we have in the other room. We started the preparation for our first, I think it's 5 gallons that we're brewing. In fact, it's brewing in the other room. We're going to be making a really cool video. We'll release it soon so you can see how to make your own wine. So the short answer is
Super
yes.
cool.
In fact, tomorrow I'm going to be ordering a still. It's a home still where you would use it to make, like you could make spirits, not to drink, of course, because that's illegal.
Yes.
We're going to make fuel for our lawnmower. That's what it's going to be used for.
The only thing is Corona is make us to stay home more than the often. But
Yeah.
I didn't realize so many things I enjoy in a home. So we started to think, okay, we don't want to go to restaurant. We don't want to go in things like that. We can't do anything. So why not? And we just got the smoking barbecue,
We got
started to
pellet smoker.
cooking. I do homemade and doing the stuff. And then we just like talk about, hey, why not to making our drink? So it's kind of good, you if you're interested about it, and then if you wanted to get any more information, we are love to giving you guys any information.
Yeah, and so future episodes, she's going to be making homemade,
Yeah.
amazing desserts, sharing those recipes with you.
Japanese
I'm
style.
going to be teaching you how to make homemade spirits, and as well as highlighting other spirits from manufacturers and stuff like that. So make sure you like and subscribe to the show. I think we are down to our last question.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
Okay, this is really cool. Okay, so my good friend David.
Hi, David.
Hi, David,
Where
from
they are?
Phoenix, Arizona. We've got another Arizona in the house. Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. And he says, "What are the best snack foods to eat when you drink?" Question mark.
Depending on what kind of drink.
I mean, that's kind of a loaded question, brother. There depends. Yes. Like for me, it depends on what I'm eating. Like for red wine, I like a good steak,
Yeah.
some good beef, like good beef that I've cooked either on my pellet smoker or on my grill.
Dark Cabernet.
Yeah, like a good strong Cabernet or Merlot. I like a good steak or meat, and that really doesn't qualify as a snack. But if you were doing hors d'oeuvres, like little toothpick stuff, so for sure, I like strong cheeses too. I think wine and cheese was a companionship made by God. You get some good cheese with a good wine, it is really hard to pass up. How about you?
Depending on what I drink. My country is we drink a lot of whiskey and then put into the soda. It's called the highball. A lot of young women they love to drink in the highball, but I don't really want it to have the strong liquor because I don't really. When young, it's okay, but I just wanted to enjoy the taste. So I like white wine more than red, and so I like seafood. A lot of times, seafood. Shrimp or smoked salmon is great too. But I'm gonna give it some kind of good recipe next time. So a lot of wine and wine people love wine or whiskey. We're gonna do breakdown so that way, maybe whiskey day and then maybe we can do like whiskey snack. Not a lot, but you can enjoy the drink because the food.
I think there's certain things that there are certain pairings of drinks and food that really make magical combinations. So
great.
if you learn how to do that, and that's one of the things this show is about. We're going to experiment, folks. We're not drink experts. We're certainly not that. Now we're experienced because we've tried a lot of stuff, but we're looking for manufacturers. Like we've had a show with our good friends of a distillery in Fort Worth, Texas. We've had good friends at a distillery here in Dallas. We have many others. We did the Oak Highland Brewery. We did theirs. We did several distilleries and breweries that we've actually highlighted on the show. Some that we did on location. So if you're a restaurant, if you're a bar, or if you have a particular special beverage you would like highlighted, we're here, man. It costs you nothing. We're going to show up. We'll film the episode. We'll shoot everything. We'll advertise it on our channels and give you some free advertising. So it's a really good win-win for the manufacturer. But the whole idea here is to get that information out to you, the listener. So here's what I need from you. We need ideas.
Yes.
We want to know, what beverages would you like to be featured? Well, would you like to be a guest on the show? Is there a particular hot spot that you would like us to travel to and shoot one on location like we did at Mexico Restaurant in Allen, Texas? We are down and we are willing to do all that. So I want you to make sure that you connect with us through the show, like and subscribe to the channel, and then make sure you reach out to us so that we can know who you are and bring you on as a guest as well.
And it also right now is at any restaurant because I do the energy business in the commercial side, and I visiting a lot of restaurants. And a lot of times they're having hard time because Texas is pretty open, but other states is pretty much small businesses are very struggling and they need. I asked some of the restaurants a couple months ago, and they said what I need customer. I need customer. I have an old customer, years. Some of the, restaurant is 30, 40 years and doing that family business. But all the customers getting old and they're scary about getting sick. So they don't come. So they need customers. So I love to helping any restaurant wanted to, just a takeout. They can do that. So anything you have friends in a restaurant, industry is wanted to help, just let us know. So that way we can promote it there, and then what is the great drink over there in the same time. So that way we all have to, this is not about, radio show. This is about for all of us and all the information we can get it and just share to others. So
That's it, man. So do me a favor, like and subscribe. If you want to reach out to the show to be a guest, maybe you're a manufacturer, maybe you're a restaurant or a bar, we are here to help you. No charge, no fees. Just let us know. We're going to set it up and we're going to make it happen. So I'm going to thank you so much for paying attention to our comeback episode. I'm going to thank you so much for being here with us.
So we're going to see you next Saturday?
Yeah,
or
we'll be
Sunday?
right back Saturday. Next Sunday.
A weekend.
So what is today? Today's the 17th. January 17th of 2020. Sorry, 2021. Duh.
Oh.
2021 is here. It's going to be better than last year. Trust me when I
Oh,
tell you.
yes. We're gonna
Make sure you
have
plug
awesome.
in, folks. We'll have another amazing episode. We're going to probably release our wine manufacturing video soon. But we'll
Yes.
have some great, cool idea, some awesome beverage we're going to share with you next week. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. And make sure you stay in touch with us, okay? God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Drink responsibly and have a great and glorious year. Take care.
Bye-bye.